getting me through those 2 weeks with concerted effort and very, very hard work. And they've been marvellous. And we've all done that. And I walked out of here into town and back.
When Diana came to us, she was very deconditioned. She had gone through a surgical procedure at Edinburgh's, had had some complications afterwards.
She did have a pre-morbid condition of arthritis, so we did touch on equipment to support her with not just her presenting condition, but also sort of looking at her more holistically.
We were able to set up a really extensive programme for Diana with 3 sessions of physio a day. We preliminarily planned that as a setup of 1 session with our robotics, 1 session with a face-to-face with a specialist neurophysiotherapist, and the final session was hydrotherapy.
I set a personal goal of about 2 weeks before I came here, and the team here were prepared to go with me and try and achieve this within the 2 weeks.
So one of the big challenges to Diana was her lack of sensation around her middle, around her saddle, and also around her feet. That meant that she found it hard to process information when she was walking. Her walking pattern was very disturbed because of this, and that sort of had a big impact on her confidence as well, and how she felt that she could move. She came in just transferring between the bed and the chair.
One of her main goals was around being able to complete functional tasks in standing, so we very much just went full on functional tasks in the bathroom, kitchen, supporting, using equipment.
I think that moment for me was when I was in the hydro pool, and the sort of weightlessness of the water eased my pain. I'm in a lot of pain all the time, and it meant that I could make movements in the water that I couldn't make out of it.
We did a lot around fatigue management education, so around pacing and looking at fatigue diaries to support that transition home.
A really big part of the progress that Diana made was the intensity of therapy that we were able to offer. I think that spectrum of physiotherapy that we could offer, addressing it both in land and water, using strengthening and mobility and function, was a real asset to Diana's progress.
Diana was really involved in her care, so she was really actively involved in goal setting. She was able to talk through with the team clearly sort of difficulties she was facing day to day on home leave, and sort of was really involved in that troubleshooting with the therapy team to support with her progress.
They've supported me by putting together a 2-week programme that was intensive in all the 4 areas we were covering.
It could be seen as being quite tiring doing that number of sessions a day, but Diana always came ready to do every session to the full and carried on and did the exercise that we set her outside the session.
I find that I have more mobility, I have more independence, I have control of my bladder and my bowel, I'm having physio regularly and OT and robotics, and everything about this place is making me feel positive.
She was very motivated, and she continued any exercises or plans that we'd spoken about. When we would talk through around equipment, she was already getting it by the next session. She was really sort of determined to progress in her therapy.
I have a long way to go, and certainly the 3 surgeons who were involved in my operation said that would be the case, and even as far as a year hence, it's not going to be an easy journey, and I'm going to need, as I have had, a lot of family support and a lot of further support from Askham here when I come as an outpatient.